Hi guys, my name is Max Shubin and I'm the owner of hostbusiness.com.au. In this video, I'm going to show you the process of selecting the right keywords for your online marketing campaigns, be it SEO or Google Adwords, pay-per-click campaigns. So I'm going to show you some tools that I use to select right keywords to see what people are searching for. And also we're going to discuss the logic behind how to pick the right keywords for your business, especially if you're on a limited budget. So let's get started. Okay guys, the first tool that I use is called Google AdWords Keyword Planner. So you can find it within your Google AdWords account if you have one. If you don't have one, go to google.com/AdWords and you can access this tool by clicking on the top menu tools and then click on Keyword Planner. And this is the screen that you're going to see. So at the top section, you can include the keywords that you think are relevant to what you do. So in this example, I decided to give you a specific industry, which will be painting in Sydney, painters, local house painters in Sydney. And these are the keywords that I just quickly typed in. So the first one is painter, just singular word, painters Sydney, plural, house painters Sydney, and house painters Parramatta. And I will explain you the logic why did I put these keywords in a bit later. But then you can also include a website address and select the targeting area. So in this example, we selected Sydney, Australia. So because we want to see how many people in Sydney are searching for these specific terms. So once you've done all that, you click on the Get Ideas button. Google will think for a little bit and the ideas will come up. Okay, so these are the keywords that we have included. Painter, painters Sydney, house painters Sydney, house painters Parramatta, and these numbers represent the number of searches per month done by users. So 3,600 for just single word painter, 880 for painters Sydney, 210 for house painters Sydney, and 20 searches done for house painters Parramatta. Now, knowing this information, we have to decide which keywords do we want to include in our campaign, which keywords we want to use in our online marketing. This is really important part because we have to apply a certain logic as to which keyword we will use. And on the next screen, I'm just going to show you the logic process behind this selection. So let's have a look. Okay guys, on this screen, I've just included all the keywords that we took from Keywords Planner. So it's painter, painters Sydney, house painters Sydney, house painters Parramatta. I marked a number of searches with red, and I've marked average cost per click that Google suggests you pay if you want to be at the top positions through Google AdWords campaigns. So those top positions that are top 4 positions that appear when you search Google. Now let's discuss the logic, and let's say for example, if you are on a limited budget, which keywords do you want to include in your campaign and what is the reason behind why do you want to include them? The first keyword, painter. If you think about it, this keyword is a very general keyword. So somebody who is searching for painter might search for some local artist or a portrait painter, not necessarily a house painter, not necessarily a commercial painter or anything like that. So we have to be very careful here as to should we include word painter or not. And like I said, if you're on a limited budget, you really want to get the highest possible conversions out of the money that you've spent. So I wouldn't recommend to include just a singular word painter for this specific reason, because you will have lots of clicks because there are lots of people are searching, and your cost per click is pretty high. $8.43 for every time somebody clicks on your ad is pretty high. The problem as well that Google is such an authority these days that people sometimes don't read ads. So even if you include it in the ad that you're a local house painter, you would still get lots of clicks that are unrelated to your business. I call it irrelevant clicks. So the keyword selection becomes really, really important. Now let's consider the next keyword, painters Sydney. Now this keyword is a bit more specific. Why is it more specific? Because it includes the location at the end, Sydney. So somebody looking for local painters in Sydney. That's why they've included Sydney at the end of their search phrase when they were searching in Google. Although this keyword is more specific than just the word painter, again, for the campaign on a limited budget, this keyword might be a bit too general, because Sydney is a quite wide area, and if your service area is far from customer, lots of times customer would prefer somebody local to their specific suburb, specific area of Sydney. Next keyword, house painters Sydney. This keyword is more specific than painter Sydney, much more specific than just painter, because it includes the specific description of the service that you provide. House painters. Again, the only problem with this keyword is that because it's a Sydney-wide, maybe the client wants to get somebody local. And if you spend $18.96 per click and client just wants somebody local, this is just going to be the money wasted. And the last keyword is house painters Parramatta. Now this is the goal. This is the keyword that if you're servicing Parramatta, if your area of service is within the Parramatta range, this is the keyword that you want to bid on. Because if somebody is typing in house painters Parramatta, they want specific service of house painters, they want it in a specific location, which is Parramatta. And if you service this area, if you're local, this is 99.9%. They are your customers. And if they come to your site where it says that your house painters in Parramatta, the conversion rate, the people who will call you or submit an online form will be very, very high. So if you're on a limited budget, you want to target specific keywords that exactly describe the service that you provide and include the location of where the customer is looking for the work to be done. And if you look at the number of searches, you will see 3,600, 880, 210, and just 20 in Parramatta. And most of the people, most of the advertisers who are new to Google AdWords, who are new to pay-per-click campaigns, they just see the big numbers and they always go for big numbers. But they don't realize how much waste it can bring, how much money they can waste if they just blindly go for the highest number of searches. You have to apply certain logic, because if your budget is just enough to cover 20 people who are searching for house painters Parramatta, just target one specific keyword, house painters Parramatta, and don't think about anything else unless you have more money to spend, because all these general keywords, they will never have same conversion rate as house painters Parramatta. On the next screen, I'm going to show you a different tool that I also use to find some specific ideas of some keywords that are less competitive and can bring really, really good conversions. This tool is called Uber Suggest. You can find it simply by Googling Uber Suggest or just typing in ubersuggest.io. So you will see the screen like this. Just because of our example, I typed in house painters Sydney. I've selected English Australia because we want to see what Google suggests in Australia when people are typing this. And you just click on the suggest button. Now, how this tool works, it shows you the keywords that Google suggests to people when they start typing something in a search field. You've probably noticed that when you go to Google and when you try to search for something, as soon as you start typing, the drop-down appears with a certain keywords that Google recommends. Now, Google recommends these keywords based on what's popular, based on what people are actually searching for, or what they're clicking on when they start typing, and then suggests coming up and they're clicking on the suggestions from Google. So this tool shows you all this information, and you can use it to find some specific keywords that you maybe missed during your use of Google Planner. It also can give you some ideas for really, really cheap keywords, and also some ideas that you may not thought about, but they are there. So this is really going to be like a secret weapon, because not many competitors of yours, I believe, I know that not many people are using this tool, and not many people including keywords from this tool in their campaigns. Most of the advertisers these days just fully rely on Keyword Planner. But this is the really, really good tool to also get some insights and pick some keywords that will cost you much less and still very, very conversion friendly and very profitable for your online campaigns. This is it for now, guys. If you need any sort of help, if you just want to discuss your current keywords or the keywords that you're planning to use, feel free to give us a call or submit an online inquiry. It's absolutely obligation free. We can just have a friendly chat. Most probably going to save you money. Have a great day, and hope we're going to catch up soon.